Hello, I'm Irma Baker. Welcome to our show. Our guest today is someone who is going to make a difference in our world for generations to come. That's quite a load, but I think she can handle it. Debbie Bard, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you and to meet someone who is doing so much and yet making it fun, too.
Yes, definitely.
Debbie is the creator of an organization. I guess not an organization, is it? It's a program, or it's
a vision, a mission.
A vision, a mission,
a way
all
of
those.
Life. Yeah.
A way of life.
Yes.
I like that. A way of life.
Uh-huh.
And what she is doing is helping children, empowering them with self-confidence and self-esteem and the ability to be really a benefit to themselves, their families, the community.
Absolutely.
And our environment. So, Debbie, tell us a little bit about, first of all, how in the world did you get into this?
Well, I have a degree in education, and the traditional education system just wasn't resonating with me. And I have 4 little Omis of my own. And I was always doing these types of things with them. And then one day I woke up and I thought, I have an idea. And I ran downstairs and told my husband, I want to make a group called My Little Omis. And I never had any experience with websites, owning my own business or anything like that. And he's like, go for it. So I tried to figure everything out on my own, and it started. And then, everybody knows once you start something and there's a passion there, things start snowballing and everything starts falling into place. So the ideas kept coming. It didn't feel like work, and it was something that I just truly, truly enjoy doing.
Well, Debbie, the first time I heard about it, I could not figure out what it was. When I heard My Little Omis, I'm thinking, is it homies? What is it? It wasn't until I made the connection with yoga. So you're involving yoga with the children as part of the mission.
Yes.
To build their confidence and self-esteem?
Yes. Everything we do is revolved around yoga. It's leading a yogi lifestyle. And we got the name because Om tends to be the vibration of the universe. And I believe the kids are the vibration of our universe. They're the future. So we need to take care of them and raise them responsibly and organically and naturally as possible. My Little Omis is a play on homies because homies has like a negative connotation. Homies tend to be the ones that cause trouble, tend to be the ones that don't spread the love, whereas the Omis are a 360. We spread the love. We always have a positive connotation connected to us. So it is so cool to be a Omi. And, a lot of people might not think some people might think it's cool to be a homie, but probably deep down they really want to be an Omi.
I think the idea of loving and being loved is important to everybody at the core of their existence. And
Yes.
That seems to be what you're doing. Love is a big part of it.
Yes. We do all things with love. We love ourselves, we love our community, and we love Mother Earth.
And that brings us to how you involve the children with all that. What kind of things, I guess what I want to ask is, how do you actually teach yoga to children?
Well, I was certified through many yogis out of California, and we try to make the yoga really fun for the kids. We always have a theme around each class, and we usually incorporate fun poses so that the kids can relate the pose to that theme. And we do a lot of partner poses too, which the kids love doing partner poses. And also we let the kids sometimes show the other kids the poses that they want to do, and it's a way of them showing their confidence by getting in the center, showing the moves, and then the kids follow. So we do a whole bunch of things to teach the yoga to the kids. We also have my oldest daughter, who's 11, and my niece, who's 11. They were certified to teach kids yoga, and we call them the Yoga-tators. And they teach their own little classes to the kids, and it's fun because it's empowering them as individuals, and then it's fun for the kids to have other kids teaching them yoga. So it's a win-win all over the place.
Oh, it certainly is. And one of the nice things about My Little Omis is that you really encourage and give the opportunity to kids to be away from the computer, to be away from all those electronics. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes.
And I think we even have some slides to show some of the activities, the outdoor activities.
Yes, so we definitely embrace nature. The power of nature is huge in what we do and our mission and our way of life. And technology today, it can be such a struggle for the kids, the parents, and it is tough to get those kids away from that technology. So when we hold our Empower Youth retreats, it's a time, at least 3 hours, that these kids are having uninterrupted, technology-free time, and it is so good for the soul. And the kids might not even realize it at the time, and even when they get home afterwards, they might not realize it, but I'm telling you what, you're going to get nothing but good from a retreat if their kids come.
When you say a retreat, what does that involve?
So we normally try to do, I partner up with my twin sister, Tammy Craig, who runs What's Up. It's a paddleboard and life coaching. We partner up together and we do Empower Youth retreats a lot. We try to do one a month throughout the winter because it's hard in the winter, and then we also do quite a few throughout the summer, 2-day retreats. The retreats always entail yoga, meditation, some type of craft or something artsy to release that creative side of kids, because creativity is huge, and then also something outside, so hiking, something with nature.
I noticed on things that I've seen online about My Little Omies, the kids are in the water, they're hiking, they're doing all kinds of the yoga positions and such.
Yes, we try to get out. We will try to go outside as much as possible. Even in the winter, we hike out in the cold because we want to teach these kids that you don't have to have the ideal conditions to enjoy beauty and what we have around us. So we're teaching them to be really, really resilient and face the elements in all conditions. We do, in the summer, it does make it nice because we can go paddleboarding on the pond, and we have also taught the kids how to look for medicinal plants, how to look for edible plants, how to start fire, all kinds of really cool stuff with nature.
So a lot of survival skills then are you also emphasizing?
Yes, that is at our retreats. Yes, we do a lot of survival skills at our retreats.
That's a lot. I mean, I'm kind of fumbling because as I'm listening to you, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, when do you sleep? When do you eat? When do you do anything else? But you aren't doing this yourself. You said you have your twin sister, Tammy, who also is involved in this. And do you also use other adults? Do you involve other adults to help in these?
So for the Empower Youth retreats, yes, my sister helps. We always partner together for those. And then my husband might help out. My mother-in-law has helped out before. And then we sometimes hire people to come in to do demonstrations. We have a survival expert, Tom, who comes in and does the survival stuff. We have had people come in and teach martial arts. We've had, we have somebody coming for our next retreat here in April. They'll be coming to demonstrate or to lead a canvas painting for the kids. So kind of like art therapy per se. So she'll be coming. So we do and try to gather as many people and get them as involved as possible. We've had massage therapists come, Reiki masters come. We've had, I'm trying to think, we've had, magicians, because kids love that. So we've had a number of different people come in and be a part of the retreats. We try to make each one super awesome. We want the kids to walk away going, wow, I want to come back,
Well, excuse me. From looking at the pictures and everything that I did see online, electronics does have its place, especially in looking up something like this. It looks like the kids are just having a ball.
They are. They are taking nothing but good from it. And I tell parents all the time, because they're like, well, my daughter, she's very anxious, or she's very nervous about this. She doesn't tend to do stuff. Let her come. I promise you, she'll go home and be like, I want to go back. We've had so many kids that have been left and they're crying, but by the time their parents come and get them, they don't want to leave. Because they're surrounded with nothing but love, acceptance, and it's a place that all kids can come to. There's no stipulations. Everybody's welcome.
You also bring the kids into the community? I mean, you're doing so much with them to help them actually internally, but you're also extending the benefits to the community. What are some of the things that you do out in the community?
Well, we do a lot with the community. We love Wadsworth too, but we love all the other surrounding towns as well. But Wadsworth is our home, so we do a lot. We've instilled kids to help ring the bell for the Salvation Army. We have.
I think we have I think we even have a picture of that, don't we, somewhere?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Ringing the bell
Yes.
for the Salvation Army.
Yes, and we have a lot of Omies that volunteer to help do that, which is fantastic, and we appreciate them for doing that. We also have done a number of events to help, collect donations for certain places, such as we helped other people in the community that are collecting the October Drive. We've helped collect donations that we took to the Akron Charity Village for the homeless. And I actually took a group in my van of Omies to help donate those goods. And let me tell you, it was an eye-opening experience for some of these kids. And one of the girls ended up writing a book report on it, and now is fully invested in how she can help the homeless, which I think in my eyes is brings tears to my eyes, because that's what it's all about. Getting these kids to really understand and love everybody.
You said that this is an eye-opener for the kids. Is that, was that part of the plan, or is that something that evolved?
No, I think it was part of the plan. I think that in our world today, with so much technology and parents that are both working, it can be really difficult to give these kids some of this. To me, it doesn't seem like such a big deal, but it is, to make time to do these little things that are going to make these kids, you know what I mean, a well-rounded, loving individual. And even with the recycling and the picking up litter, it's such a small thing, but if you can instill that in a kid young and their love for Mother Nature and the planet, I mean, I can only imagine what the future will hold for these kids if you can establish that at a young age.
When the kids come in for the first time, what are they expecting? Do they really know what they're going to be exposed to?
For the first time, probably not. And I think that's why kids get really nervous. We do have kids that come back repeatedly, so they know, and there's kids that are friends with my children that come, so they know what to expect from me. But there are first-time kids that get really nervous, and it's probably because they don't know who I am or Tammy is or what to expect. But once they're there and they know how loving we are and the vibe, to be in those loving vibes for any kid is just and kids can be themselves, They're free to be themselves, whoever they, there's no judgment. We don't pass judgment. There's just love. We do all things with love.
How long did it take you to actually get this started?
Well, I actually started my Little Omies 2 years ago in April. And so we've been going 2 years strong. And we've had a lot of things happen since then, a lot of awesome things happen since then, but I think we're just getting started, really. I do. I think we're still getting started, but yeah, it's been 2 years.
What are some of those awesome things that have happened? What really stands out for you in the past 2 years?
Well, just the support from our fellow communities and schools. The schools have allowed us to come in, and we do Fitness Week. We've done an after-school program. The Little Omies help with the recycling at the schools now, so we're starting to see the recycling starting to happen at the schools, and we'd be happy to help out with any school that wants to participate. So with the schools, everybody embracing that, I think we're on a good run there. The future is really exciting. We have a new children's book coming out called "It's Cool to Be an Omie." And it's going to be a tool to help us spread the message, spread the love.
And you got some very exciting news about that book, didn't you?
Yes. My publisher called and told me that they wanted to feature it in the New York Times. So,
congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, that really is a big honor.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting, for sure.
And you wrote this book.
Yes. I wrote it though based off of, I mean, the writing was pretty easy because it's based off of everything, my vision for My Little Omies. So it was kind of easy. It basically explains what it means to be an Omie. Because like I said, being an Omie is a way of life. It's a way of living. So that's basically what the book is. And although it's considered a children's book, it's geared towards everybody. We all can benefit.
There's a little bit of a child in all of us, no matter how old we get.
Absolutely.
How did you get involved in yoga in the first place? I mean, this is something that obviously you have a passion about.
Yes.
And you have the knowledge and the expertise. But how did you get introduced to it, and why did you stick with it?
That's a great question. It is. It really is a great question. I tried yoga in college, and I'm an athlete, so when I did it, it didn't resonate with me. I'm like, wasn't sweating. It didn't feel like a workout. I wasn't connecting to the spiritual side of it. And then I had 4 kids, and I needed something that would quiet my mind. So I'm like, I'm going to try hot yoga. So I went and tried hot yoga at Yoga Bliss in Akron, and I fell in love because I really connected to the quieting of my mind and being present and being in the moment. And then I've never looked back. It's stuck with me. They say in yoga, you want to take that off the mat too. And I think I really have. So what I do on the mat, being mindful and loving myself, I've taken it off the mat as well and transported it out into the world.
When you say transporting it out into the world, that makes me think of the children, the youth that you're working with through My Little Omies. How do you help that the benefits go beyond just the time they spend with you? Do you have anything for the adults? Do you have anything that helps them to then maybe revitalize themselves, as well as help these children then to keep going with what you're doing in My Little Omies?
Yes, I try to post a lot of stuff that helps the parents and gives the parents information so that that's because obviously I don't agree with kids having social media. So really My Little Omies social media is more for the parents. And so I try to post stuff for the parents to get information. I try to give them always, recommended readings that'll help. We also did a instructor training for our Empower Youth program. We had 4 graduates from that, so we hope that they will go on to teach other kids that maybe we can't connect with, to share the love, to spread the love. As well as we have hosted some Empower Youth style retreats for the adults, which we hope to do again this summer. But we don't have any details in place, but we do hope. But when we do it, we want to go big. So like last summer, we had the famous Andy Dooley here, and he stayed at my house. And so if we're going to do it, we're going to go big. So we got to find somebody inspirational that's willing to come and, stay with us and kind of add that extra element of, wow, to it. So that's in the works, of course. But yeah, we always try to communicate with the parents as openly as possible, of course.
The idea of having information, that kind of supportive information on your website, and I believe on your Facebook page as well.
Yes.
That does make the benefits available beyond the time that the children do spend with you.
Yes.
Well, what are some of the activities? You've had some activities that I'm sure people in the Wadsworth area have noticed. They may not have connected it with you.
Right.
But tell us about hugging trees and wrapping trees.
I love the trees, and my kids love the trees. They'll always draw art of the tree and stuff. So we love the trees because the trees are Earth's lungs, and I don't think we give them enough appreciation. So I started wrapping trees as a visual for my own kids to see like the awesomeness of a tree. So just colorfully wrapped so they could see it. And then people were like, will you wrap my trees? And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And then downtown Wadsworth asked us to wrap the trees for the art walk. And so we got a lot of Omies that volunteered to come help wrap the trees, and people loved it. And then they were like, well, you have to take it down. It can't stay up. So then we decided to, a few kids in town, their mom had passed away. So we offered a mission to the Omies. If they wrapped a tree, we would donate money to that family. So then it became a mission of love. So all these people were wrapping trees, sending pictures, and we were donating money to this family. So it became a mission of love for everybody involved, which is really awesome. So we've done the trees. We've done the litter pickups, which are huge. People don't realize how much litter affects all of us, as well as our oceans and our waterways and our animal life. So we've done the litter pickups, which...
Well, I'm going to stop you right there because I want to play off what you just said. People don't know how much litter affects us. Talk a little bit about that. How does litter affect people?
Well, it's visually not pleasing to the eye. That's an eyesore for one. Two, it's when it gets in our waterways, and then it starts here in Ohio, but it goes down the Ohio River to the Mississippi River to the ocean. If the fish eat some of this contamination, then we get our fish, and then we're eating contaminated fish that ate pollution, basically. So that's one way. Also, animal life can get tangled up in it or choke on it. Litter tends to carry a lot of bacteria and also attracts vermin, which in return can spread diseases. So there's a lot that litter, and people probably don't even look for litter, aren't seeing the litter. They might think, oh, Wadsworth doesn't have a problem with litter. But if you open your eyes and look, you will be amazed at what there is. All of our ditches along the main road littered with litter. And if the water starts flowing, that's going down the storm drains. Then our water becomes unhealthy. So there's a lot litter, and so litter is a huge thing for me. And I don't know, I might be a weird person, but I enjoy picking up litter. There's so many benefits for being outside, moving. I mean, it's a free event, and when you do something that's good, so loving Mother Earth, you're going to release that oxytocin in your own body, feel good, endorphin, and then you're just going to feel good about what you've done. So it's a win-win. The litter pickup's a win-win.
There's so much more to it than just teaching children yoga positions.
Yes.
You mentioned before spirituality, and now you just mentioned the physiological benefits, the health benefits of it. This all comes together, and how do you put it together? How do you really make it real?
I think maybe that's why the book is a tool. It does make it tough because there's so much involved with it. But we just always try to remember, to love ourselves, to love the community, and to love Mother Nature. So I think once you keep those three things front in mind, that you can't go wrong. And there is so much, but that's what I love about it. Like there's not one direction, you know what I mean? That's what I think is awesome. Mm-hmm. There's so many things that make a person great, and all these tools and all these things we do can add up and make that person spectacular.
And that's what we don't see all the time. We don't see just how spectacular people are. Maybe because we're focused too much on ourselves and not on, as you said, the world and the community, other people. It starts with, as you said, loving yourself.
Yes, and one of the best ways you can take care of yourself, because the self-help thing is the new trend, but it's been proven that one of the best ways you can take care of yourself is by taking care of others.
That really makes such a big difference?
It does, yes. It's true.
Well, you brought along a couple things that are just very colorful, and they're on the table here, so I keep thinking, let's talk about those a little bit. And I think they have some significance behind them. You said that in some of your programs that the children do crafts and such, and that's what you brought along. But they have more significance than just doing something, don't they? Why don't you show us those?
They sure do. You're good. So every retreat that we do, we try to do something creative, and it's a tool that they can use later on too. So for instance, this is a meditation mala. And so when the kids meditate, they would push these beads to be mindful of what they're doing. So they would sit there and they would pull bead by bead by bead. So this is a meditation mala. They can wear it as a necklace too, or they can use it as a decoration in their bedroom. The little Omies also do a number of dream catcher workshops, and this is an example of one that one of the Omis created. And a dream catcher is a Native American tradition, and the idea is that the web, this is the web, the peace sign's the web here, catches all the negative bad dreams, and all the good dreams float down into the sleeping person. And when dawn breaks, all the bad dreams disappear from the web. So it's really kind of cool. So kids that have bad dreams, this can be a tremendous help for a child who suffers with having bad dreams. Just that mental aspect and thinking of something differently is huge.
Is that something then that would be put up on the wall?
Yep, close to the bed, somewhere close to the bed. We have one in every bedroom in our house. The next thing is a vision board. And my kids love making vision boards, and I do too. And a vision board is a way for basically to keep your dreams front and center. And my biggest thing with telling kids, so they'll make this, put it on their wall, somewhere they see it every single day. And then that keeps that dream fresh in their mind.
Okay, I have to stop you there because we were talking about dream catchers in the very specific sense of dream, the dream that you have when you're sleeping. But are you talking about a different kind of dream here? Are these the dreams we have for ourselves going forward?
Yes, thank you. Yes, these are the dreams for ourselves, for our future, for what we want to achieve. So, and I always tell the kids, like, dream big. Like, you can say, oh, I want to be a soccer player. No, I want you to dream even bigger than that. I want to play for the United States women's national team. So I'm teaching these kids, like, anything and everything is possible. We want you to dream really, really big. If you keep your mind focused on it, you know, a vision board will help. You're gonna take those little steps every day. Things will start snowballing, and if it's meant to be for you, it all fall into place.
I think a lot is falling into place for us today, Debbie,
Yes.
and I really thank you for coming and being with us. I think the dream board is something that anybody could use at any stage in their lives.
Absolutely.
And I hope that we will have you back on the show.
Sure.
And I hope that we see you and your Omis, your little Omis, all over Wadsworth and our general area. So thank you so much,
Thanks
Debbie.
for having me.
And thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. I hope you've enjoyed the show and you'll be back with us again. Have a wonderful day.